Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about why the media hide Biden from everything on going on and push the thing about Camilla. And welcome to We Build New America. Let's see what I say.
46th President of the United States. His has been a challenging, complicated term of office, quite literally from day one. He's reflecting on the stakes for this election and on his legacy with Chief Election and Campaign Correspondent Robert Costa.
We're living through history.
We really are.
Let's begin with your decision. You're at your home, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, late July with your family, and you make this historic decision. Tell me the story.
Look, the polls we had showed.
Before you answer that, you gotta understand what kind of question is that. You gotta know in that picture, Biden look really old at this point. He's supposed to be in a nursing home and enjoy retirement. And then I'm not against Biden. I'm not against Trump. But the thing is, matter is, this guy, trust me, he let him live in peace. That's the thing. He doesn't have to hold the pressure on because we understand that people make mistakes and then we have to forgive them or so on and so forth. But at least let him be the last day in peace. Don't let him struggle with the global things and so on and so forth because at the end of the day, he's a human being. He needs a break from everything on. And this question they pointed out isn't about what's going on, inflation, war, and Ukraine. They just talk about being sentimental to as a kid. This is the way I feel offended of, and I don't like those kind of questions.
That it was a neck and neck race. Would have been down to the wire. But what happened was a number of my Democratic colleagues in the House and Senate thought that I was going to hurt them in the races. And I was concerned if I stayed in the race, that would be the topic. You'd be interviewing me about why did Nancy Pelosi say, why did so, and I thought it'd be a real distraction, number one. Number two, when I ran the first time,
Yeah, that shows a distraction. The reason why they hide Trump Biden from everything is distraction to focus on Kamala because they're trying to be slowly point the card that she's a woman, she's a black woman, so everyone can be friendly with that and forget about the Biden who was in office, so on and so forth. They want to forget about the policy of Biden because Kamala and Biden they are all same under the same policy, and then that's why it's a distraction. They're trying to think Kamala is a female, and then if you don't vote for Kamala, you against all female, and so on and so forth. Because we all know at the end of the day, it's about the life of the people. It's not about who's black, who's white, who's Spanish, who's not. No, the thing about it, we want to achieve our dream, and then we want to pay for our home, we want to pay for a job, we want to save. These are all things that matter. We want to live on daily basis, and then asking those questions, just talking about their feelings, which is kind of
I thought of
crap in the first
myself
place.
as being a transition president. I can't even say how old I am. It's hard for me to get out of my mouth. And but things got moving so quickly, it didn't happen. And the combination was that I thought it was a critical issue for me, still is not a joke, maintaining this democracy. But I thought it was important because it's a great honor being president, I think I have an obligation to the country to do the most important thing to do, and that is we must defeat Trump.
I saw those images.
So you gotta be like, we must defeat Trump. On what ground? That's the thing. And your during the 4 years, a lot of the country become unsafe. Food increasing, and then next thing you know, we pay more taxes, and then send a lot of money to Ukraine, and the debt is increasing, almost $35 trillion. So what's is there? Sometimes you gotta open our eyes and be logical because we have to be logic. Emotional, that's why the country gonna be detrimental because they're gonna base everything on emotion, but they forget about the fact that this country need a new perspective, a new running ball, a new way of move maneuver because at the end of the day all of us gonna pay the price regardless or not. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, or white or black, it doesn't matter. And then defeat defeat Trump is not the issue, but the policy is gonna be implicated. That's the problem. Is it gonna be worse policy? Is it gonna be better policy? And Americans get tired of this Biden policy because they pressure people so much that want to break that we cannot do no more. We're tired mentally, we're tired physically, and then we're exhausted. And the bank account is very crazy because right now, if you put $600 in your account, $600, the bank gonna flag you, and the IRS gonna be monitor your money, gonna ask for taxes, but they're gonna send a 20K for immigration that's come in the country, and then nobody gonna say shush about it, not gonna talk about it. This is the double standard, and they only talk about all the family, how's it feeling. But what about those questions? When gonna ask those questions? And we're 3 months away from election. When gonna ask those questions? That's why I feel frustrated because they don't take us seriously. It's a joke at this point. We got to wake up and know where
Of
we
your
are.
family in the Oval Office, sitting just over to your left, as you addressed the nation. They came up to you after the speech. What did you say to them?
That's what they said to me. They said, my grandchildren call me Papa, my children call me Dad, and they said they were proud, and it mattered to me a lot.
When I saw you with your family in the Oval, I wondered, is he thinking of Bo, too?
You gotta know those questions really, it doesn't really affect us as a voters. It's really a picture they're trying to paint as is that he's a good guy. This is not really a good thing for America because America wants something different.
Look, I can honestly say that I think of him all the time. Whenever I have a decision that's really hard to make, I literally ask myself, what will Bo do? He should be sitting here being interviewed, not me. He was really a fine man. You know, Bo was committed to my staying committed. We had a conversation toward the end when everybody, we knew he wasn't going to live. And he said, Dad, we know what's going to happen. He said, I'm going to be okay, Dad. I'm all right, I'm not afraid. But Dad, you got to make me a promise. I said, what's that, Bo? He said, I know when it happens, you're going to want to quit. You're not going to stay engaged. He went to my dad, he said, look at me. Look at me, Dad. Give me your word as a Biden. When I go, you'll stay engaged. Give me your word.
At this point, it's a nice move, and they're trying to make sympathize with the people that sort of lose a loved one. But I don't mind about that. There's a time place for everything. But the thing is, we're not gonna forget all those people that lose their life because of Biden, because of war in Ukraine, because of war in Israel, because of now the immigrant coming, and then they stop people, and then now they're killing people, and then break out the store. Those are the same simple people you want to sympathize with you. So if you tell them that they're not gonna give up, not gonna quit because your son says that's good for you. I'll go with you. But at the end of the day, we're gonna think about also that those people that kill a loved one that under your leadership, is a center gonna be like how we're not gonna quit. So the first way we're gonna do is to vote with our feet and not be able to be manipulated by those of sympathy because now trying to make people emotional about your son who was wrong a long time ago, and then we totally understand, and I'm sorry for your loss. But at the end of the day, we gotta move and understand that your policy really destroying our loved ones. And where we're gonna take the strength to wake up every day and then read the news and then go to work and then save money, where you gonna find those strength? Because those little one, we cannot look at in the eyes and say them everything's okay. We cannot say that. Even if we say that is a lie. And then this is the part that Biden make a mockery of ourselves.
Give me your word. And I did. And then that's why I had not planned on running after he died. And then Charlottesville happened.
In 2017, white supremacist demonstrations in Charlottesville, Virginia turned deadly when, on August 12th, Heather Heyer, a civil rights activist, was murdered in what
Okay, so we're not gonna keep going down because now it's just gone down the train. So at the end of the day, we gotta understand that is a stage. You know, everyone is actor right now. You gotta know which one you're playing. You're playing with them or you play against them. But at the end of the day, we are gonna make a decision. Your decision is gonna be voted with your feet. And the next thing you know, you're gonna know where to go. Back then they hiding ban from the media. They hiding ban everywhere. They're trying to push Kamala as a woman of black. But they're not gonna talk about the issue of America. They're not gonna talk about your issue, workplace. Talk about inflation. I'm gonna talk that because they don't care about it. They all want to be based on emotion, and then that's all they have in court because they don't have no really facts that they do something better for your country, for ourselves. It all I have to do is the emotion, and most likely we're gonna get it together, and then based on emotion. But at this point, we'll see we don't have a living, we don't have a workplace, and then they firing people, and then people declare bankruptcy, and then people are killing people on the street, and then now we understand that some a lot of people are waking up the reality that our feeling is okay, but we gotta do something to make the change that we needed at this point. And again, I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, but at this point of the day, we gotta balance it out, and then you have to decide whether it's best either keep Biden or bring Kamala, and then or either Trump, which is a different mentality and mindset. So if you don't mind, with the thumbs up, subscribe and access one.